Hello, everyone, and welcome to Farmasi Opportunity Plan Part 3. How do I earn money with Farmasi? So we have 7 ways, and we're going to go over them again. Personal sales, online sales, the Welcome Program, the Building Your Team Program, personal bonus, group bonus, and leadership bonus. That's a lot of ways to earn money. Let's talk about the leadership bonus. So leadership bonus is where you start earning a leadership bonus when you reach the level of director and above. And these are our titles. We go from director to silver director, golden director, platinum director, emerald director, diamond director, vice president, president, and boss. To receive a leadership bonus, you have to be at the 25% bonus level. So you have to be at the top of that chart that we looked at earlier. You must have a minimum of 1,500 in side points, and you must be active at the end of the month with at least 125 PV. That's to receive the leadership bonus. And the 25% bonus level is 5,000 in group volume at the end of the month, okay? Side points, 1,500 minimum per end of the month is your side points that are required. And we're going to talk about side points in more detail. Side points. The side points are the total of your group volume minus all the 25s in your first gen, the 22s in your first gen, and the largest of the 18s in your first gen. So all the 25s in your first gen, the largest of the 22s, and the largest of your 18s. Depending on the title, it varies on the total number of side points that you must have. And you can see here in the chart, it goes from 1,500 to 10,000. In this example, here's you. You have 250 PV and you have 15,300 in group volume. You're obviously at the 25% level. So we're going to remove the 25% like we just talked about, the 22% that we just talked about. And in this example, we have two 18%. Which one are you going to choose? Are we going to choose Liza or Evelyn? We're actually going to choose Evelyn because her group volume was higher than Liza's. So in this example, your GV is 15,300 minus the 5,000 of Maria at 25%, minus the 3,600 of Jose at 22, and minus the 2,750 of Evelyn because she was the larger of the two 18%. So when you subtract all of those, the 15,300 minus the 5 minus the 3,600 minus the 2,750, that equals 3,950, and that is your side point value, 3,950. Remember, to be active at the end of the month, your personal volume has to be 125 PV or more to be able to receive these bonuses. And let's talk about calculating the leadership bonus. So to calculate a leadership bonus, you're going to add up the group volume of the 18s, the 22s, and the 25s in your first 7 generations, depending on your title, because that varies depending on the title. You're going to subtract those totals from each generation. The first generation minus the second minus the third minus the fourth, and so on. You're going to continue to subtract even up to your 6th minus your 7th. And you can earn different percentages of each of those totals according to the title that you have reached. And here's an example. So in this example, there's you, and there's your first generation. You have Maria, Mary, and Kiara. Those are your 18s, your 22s, and your 25s. Okay? So you're going to add up all the 18s, the 22s, and the 25s in your first generation. Maria's at 2125, Mary's at 4100, and Kiara's at 6500. That equals 12,725. And we're going to use that amount in just a couple of minutes. So in this example, here's Maria, Mary, and Kiara, and we're now seeing their first gens. And again, what are we looking for? The 18s, the 22s, and the 25s. Maria doesn't have any. Sarah has 1. Kiara has Sammy and Jesus. So you're going to add up all the 18s, the 22s, and the 25s of your second generation. So we're adding up Sarah with 22, Jesus with 22, and 36 from Sammy is 8,000. So remember that number that we used in the previous screen. It was 12,725 of the first generation minus 8,000 of your second generation, right? This is your first generation, and this is your second generation. So we're taking the first minus the second. That equals 4,725. Of that total, you're going to earn a percentage depending upon the title that you're at. And then this is how you can see it for each one of those. Your first generation, your second generation, your third, your fourth, and your fifth. So in these calculations, your first generation bonus is A minus B, your first minus your second, times 4%, and you've earned $2,800 in that first generation. In the second generational bonus, it's the second generation minus the third, and we're timesing that by 3%. And here we're looking at director numbers. So if you look at the chart that shows everything, all of your numbers, you're going to see where these percentages are coming from. Your third generation is third minus your fourth, and you times that by 2%. And there's your amount right there. And in your fourth generation, it is your fourth minus your fifth times 1.5% equals 150. So when you add those all up for your leadership bonus calculations, you've earned $4,550. That's a lot of money to be made. And remember, it's the first generation. We're taking the 22s, the 25s, the 22s, and the 18s. So what title are you? Well, we're going to work on developing people in your first generation to reach the 25% level. That's our goal. While more people move to 25 in your first gen, you promote up in level and title. So right here, we're seeing those are 25%. So as a director, there's no 25% needed. And these are the generational percentages that you're going to earn on, which is what we just did in that previous example. And your side points needed are 1,500. So don't forget those side points. As a silver director, you need one person who's 25%. As a golden director, you need 2, platinum director 4, and it goes on up. Okay, so those are all the 25% in your first gen. You can also see how these generational percentages go up as you go up higher in the title scale. As a director, you're earning 4% on your first gen. As a boss, you're earning 8% on your first gen. Okay, and those are your arms. Remember, your arms are your 25%. And let's talk about a car allowance. Farmasi helps you to cover your transportation expenses in your business. And the amount of money that you receive will depend on your title in leadership. Okay, so we really recommend that our entrepreneurs make good use of this money. And you need to keep that title, as example, silver director, for 5 consecutive months to qualify for that car allowance. So if you've held this title for 5 months, then you are going to start to receive that $300 car allowance in your commission bonus. Awesome. And that allowance goes up according to the title that you're at. So at a boss, you're making $650 in car allowance a month. Wow. And then there's also a cash bonus for a change of title. And you're eligible for a title change cash bonus when you reach the title of Golden Director and above. You can see right here, here's the cash bonus, here's the level, Golden Director and above. You have to keep that title for 5 consecutive months to win the cash bonus. If you skip any title, you don't lose the title bonus that you jumped. And holidays, vacations, who loves them? We all love vacations. When you reach the level of Silver Director, you're eligible to start traveling with Farmasi. You'll have the opportunity to make domestic trips, trips to Latin America, Europe, Asia, according to the title that you reach. And again, remember this rule applies across the board. You have to keep your title for 5 consecutive months to win your trip. So a Silver and a Golden Director win a trip within the US, Platinum and Emerald, Latin America, Diamond and Vice President to Europe, and President and Boss to Asia. This is a great quote. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not to fight against the old, but to build the new. And that's what Socrates said. So we are constantly growing our teams. We are encouraging our current BIs to grow and build, and we're always out looking for new to increase our teams. I hope that this helped you all, and we look forward to watching your teams grow. Thank you so much.